Hello students, good afternoon. Welcome to the chemistry class. Today in this class we will discuss about the equilibrium. So what is the equilibrium? Equilibrium means when the concentration of reaction at a point, the concentration of the reactant and product become equal. Means at this point the reactant will not go into the product and product will not go into the reactant, means the reaction is completely stopped. Then this type of the condition is known as the equilibrium. Okay, so equilibrium is basically represented by this double headed arrow. Okay, so the two processes occur simultaneously. A state is reached when the concentration of all the reactants and products become constant. Then this state is known as the state of equilibrium, or more precisely the state of chemical equilibrium, represented by the symbol double arrow. Some chemical process involving equilibrium are, for example, H2 plus I2 gives 2HI. So H2I2 gives 2HI, but 2HI can break and gives H2 and I2. But there will be a point when this H2I2 will not combine to give 2HI and 2HI will not break to give H2 and I2. Then this condition is known as equilibrium. There are other example. NH3 plus water gives NH4 plus OH minus. And other example, PCl5 plus gives PCl3 plus Cl2. Calcium carbonate gives calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide gas. So the state of equilibrium is not only attained a chemical process in a chemical process, but several physical processes may also involve equilibrium. Like that, ice solid when melts give liquid water, and this liquid water when freezes then gives vaporizes then gives water vapors. Okay, so the study of state of equilibrium is of the great importance in the study of chemical process. This helps us to know how far does a reaction proceed. Okay, so now come to the equilibrium in physical properties. Firstly, we will discuss about equilibrium in physical processes, that is dynamic equilibrium. So the equilibrium involving physical processes are referred as physical equilibrium. The physical equilibrium involving solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and solid to gas. So we will discuss one by one here. Firstly, solid liquid equilibrium. So for any pure substance, the temperature at which the solid and liquid are at equilibrium at 1 atmospheric pressure is known as normal melting point or normal freezing point of the substance. For example, if we will take one example, when a solid is taken at its melting point, both the solid and liquid phase exist in the equilibrium. For example, solid मेल्ट करेगा at melting point gives liquid, liquid फिर freeze करके will give solid. So in this condition there will also an equilibrium exist. The two phases simultaneously and continuously changes into each other. This is why equilibrium is said to be dynamic. So means dynamic means when one form is converted into another and another is again come into the first form, then this condition is known as dynamic condition. The rate at which the two phases changes into each other is also equal. Therefore, the concentration of both solid and liquid phase remains constant so long as the equilibrium is maintained. Means दोनों का concentration, दोनों की states constant हो जाए, at that point the equilibrium will exist. When the equilibrium exists, then the value of delta G equals to 0. What is the delta G? According to thermodynamics, delta G is the Gibbs free energy. So during equilibrium, at the equilibrium there will be no release of energy and no absorption of energy. means delta G will equal to 0. Okay. For example, when ice and water are placed at 273 Kelvin and at 1 atmospheric pressure in perfectly insulated thermos flask, then following equilibrium is obtained. Ice come into water 273 Kelvin. Okay. So long as the temperature and pressure remains constant and no heat is exchanged with the surrounding, the two phases remain in equilibrium. So the amount of ice and water remains constant, although ice molecule changes into water molecule and water molecule changes into ice molecule. Okay. So according to that, the rate of melting equals to rate of freezing, means the equilibrium is dynamic and the change in free energy of the system is equal to 0. Thus for ice water system, delta G equals to 0 at 273 Kelvin temperature. Okay. Next, liquid vapor equilibrium. Liquid vapor equilibrium. So when a liquid is placed in open container, it starts evaporating continuously. This is become a liquid is composed of molecules which are in contact in rapid motion. The velocity disturbance in the liquid is almost the same as that case in gases. So in that condition, when you heat the liquid, the molecules of the liquid absorbs heat and get vaporized and go into the atmosphere. So in this condition, there will be no equilibrium exist. Okay. But if you take a water or other liquid and start heating, then their molecules will absorb energy and get vaporized and come out of the liquid and collected in the container in the form of vapors. Okay. So these vapors exert a pressure at the liquid, and at the point these vapors will start condense, and by condensing and converting into the water start falling in the liquid, and this process will continue. But there will be a point will come when the rate of the condensation and rate of the vaporization become equal, and this condition is known as liquid vapor equilibrium. Okay. So when a liquid is taken in closed container having some free spaces, then the above condition will be occurred. Okay. Now come, you can see here the graph. Here this graph is plot between rate and time. So you can see that the evaporation and condensation at a point become equal. So at this point the state of equilibrium attained. Okay. So attainment of liquid equal to vapor equilibrium. So as soon as the rate of evaporation become equal to the rate of condensation, a state of dynamic equilibrium is attained, which can be shown liquid, vapor and vapor in liquid. It is to be noted that in liquid vapor system, equilibrium can be attained only when the liquid is taken in the closed container. But in open container, vapor disperse in the atmosphere and equilibrium cannot be attained. So it is an important point. Now, so when the equilibrium will attain, then rate of the evaporation and rate of the condensation become equal. Okay. Here you can see one experiment in which you can see that there is a container is filled with liquid and there is a vacuum. Manometer is also attached with this container, and this container is filled with water. Here you can see the level of mercury. When you start heating this liquid, then water vapors will come in this open area and they will exert a pressure. They will exert a pressure on the system, and due to which the level of mercury will start go upward direction, you can see here. So as well as the molecules get vaporized, the reading of the vapor, reading of the mercury in manometer increases. Okay, but at the time when the equilibrium will attain, then this mercury indication will stop, means now this level will not go upward direction, not in downward direction. That in that condition it is known as that now the equilibrium is attained. So now solid vapor equilibrium. So there are several solids which undergo sublimation, that is directly changes into vapor on being heated, changes into the liquid state. Means there are some solids are known, they can go from solid to vapors directly without going in liquid state. Then this process is known as the sublimation. The compounds which show the sublimation are I2 vapors, I2 solid, iodine solid, ammonium chloride solid gives ammonium chloride vapor, camphor solid gives camphor vapor. Okay, thank you.